Hi students, it's Professor Laney again. I wanted to take some time here to do a walkthrough on the syllabus, and this will complete kind of the first week activities. You have a Blackboard walkthrough and a welcome video and how to do well, and now it's the syllabus. So let's get to it. Let's see. This is what the syllabus looks like. This is a PDF version, so some of the lines are cut off and things like that, but doesn't really matter what it looks like, it just matters what the content is, right? I consider this a contract between you and me. I hold up my end of the bargain, you hold up your end of the bargain, and we both know what to expect and what to see, okay? This will outline kind of the rules and then a schedule. So I put it all in there. If you've taken me before, you've seen this kind of setup, but the calendar looks a little different. Okay, so I have here our mission statement for the department. I won't read all of this to you. I figure with a 200 level class, you guys could do well here. It's my contact information. All of this information you will find on Blackboard as well. I just want to make sure it's in the syllabus. Doesn't hurt to get it more than once because sometimes it sinks in different ways, right? You want to make sure that you get the textbook, and you will not pass the class without the book. Now, I don't care if you rent it, borrow it, share it, you have a loose leaf version. I have a loose leaf version. But make sure you get it, okay? I don't know how you're going to take an exam or a quiz. Even with the open book, how are you supposed to do well on that? I mean, I guess you could try, but why waste your time and your money, right? I do put campus safety on here, even though this is an online class. I want to make sure, just in case you guys are in other classes, that you do have access to campus safety. And hold on one sec. I think I need to put something on pause. Yes, sorry about that. My dog likes to hang out while I'm working. And one of these days I'll bring her up here so you can see her. She's a little fluffy white dog. So sometimes she can be a little demanding. So I don't want to start over. I just want to pause it for a second. So thank you. So campus safety, make sure that you're being safe. Put the campus phone number into your phone. You will also get automatic text alerts. So even if you're off campus, you'll get power outage, Amber alerts, active shooter, things like that. So always be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry, right? Right? So course learning outcomes. These are kind of like the how I know I'm doing my job, right? If at the end of the semester you haven't learned this stuff, I've done something wrong, okay? But again, this is how they evaluate me, all right? Also, I put in course expectations. I just want to give you a heads up about what's going on here. I will read this part because when I italicize things, that's kind of in my own words, and I want to make sure that it comes across. This 16-week web-based introduction course offering is a highly structured class and requires students to complete all readings and assignments in a timely manner. What that means is that there is a rollout, a progression of information, and you're going to see something a little bit, not every day, but it's pretty consistent, and you got to stay on top of it. It's hard. I know sometimes in the middle of the semester we all get burned out, but it's there, it's consistent. You guys need to do it in order to do well, okay? Students should expect to commit several hours, 5 to 10 hours weekly, no kidding, of reading, research, and composition, which is writing, outside of class time each day, okay, in order to succeed in retaining course content as well as maintaining an expected grade outcome. Now, that's what they tell us to tell you, but maybe 5 to 10 hours a week is great, but do a little bit every day and it won't feel like that, okay? Blackboard is used for all course materials, including assignments, assessments, which is a fancy word for tests, right? And supplemental information. I have lots of stuff on there, okay? Weekly modules have several due dates per week to complete chapter discussions, readings, lectures, assignments, and assessments. We also have a journal piece in there too. We'll go over all of that stuff with the schedule on the last page of the syllabus. Each module builds on the knowledge gained from the previous chapter, and it will require a consistent level of commitment. Now, my exams are not cumulative, but at the same time, how did you learn the ABCs and then not use it again, right? We learn foundation pieces in the first 4 chapters, and then we use it again, Okay, it all applies and it flows nicely. Okay, ultimately this class will educate, intrigue, and inspire students to become better learners and citizens in our ever-changing, dynamic, and exciting neurodiverse community. Instead of saying special needs or exceptional, I like to say neurodiverse because that includes everybody, not just some of those people, because it's not them, it's all of us, right? We all have something going on, right? We'll talk about that more later. I do put the academic honesty policy here because I have people who try to cheat, and trust me, if you cut and paste something from the internet, I will figure it out. You will fail the class. Don't do it. Don't waste your time, okay? Don't waste your time and money. Don't waste my time and money, right? Academic accommodations, we will learn about academic accommodations in here, so I am very serious about offering academic accommodations and being very legit about those things. So if you are registered with the DSPS, have them send me an email. It has to be legit. Be sure that we do that before the first exam so I can give, or even the first quiz, which is week 2, so I can give you extra time if that's what you need as an accommodation, okay? I can't do it just based on like your word. Okay, they have to send that to me, okay? Or you can send me a scan picture or even a picture of it in text, okay? Participation and attendance. Again, participation and attendance is kind of hard to figure out on an online class, but I can tell how often you are accessing Blackboard. So be consistent with that as well. Let's see, etiquette. Well, since it's online, it's a little bit different, right? But just remember, don't say anything in a discussion board or anything to someone that you wouldn't say to their face, okay? I do have a handout for the first week activities. It has to do with the rules of netiquette. So, again, this is some basic ideas like don't type all in caps, right? I don't want to look like you're yelling at me, right? Use spell check. Try to do your best. You know, I know there's a little bit of things in here and there, but do your best. Try. This is college. Now, this is not a 100 level class. This is a 200 level class, right? It's considered upper division for here. So make it look good. Also, when you contact me, make sure you let me know what course you're contacting me from. Most questions can be answered by 1, reading the syllabus, 2, reading the frequently asked questions part of Blackboard, and 3, putting your question in the discussion board that says questions. Because sometimes I'll go right in there and answer that because a lot of people have the same question, or somebody else will answer that. So start there. If you email me something that's already been asked and answered, you might get a reply that says asked and answered. That's it, right? So be good about that, okay? Let's see, assignments and assessments. You'll have assignments and tests. That's what that says, right? The due date is 8 o'clock every time, no matter what, hands down. I don't care if it's finals week, first week, due date is 8 p.m. It could be a Monday due date, it could be a Wednesday due date, it could be a Friday due date, it could be a Sunday due date. Most things are due on Sunday, but I do have a couple of things that come through. So the 8 p.m. is a consistent, right? Gives you some time after work, but also gives you time to wind down and go to sleep and or study for other tests, right, or classes. Late policy, I don't accept late work. I can't. With this level, I can't do it. Plus, I've got a lot of things going on and a lot of classes and a lot of schools. So late work just means it's late. It's not the end of the world. If you really look at the point breakdown, you can miss like 70 points in this class and still get an A. So if you happen to miss something like a 20-point thing or a 10-point thing or a 50-point thing, you know, it's not the end of the world. Just suck it up and move on, right? And maybe do some little bit of extra credit. Okay, let's see. But if there's an emergency ahead of time, let me know, okay? Just be cool about it. Don't take advantage of it. It's in here, so you know the policy. Okay. Let's see. Again, 8 o'clock due date. No late work, okay? We will have a discussion board and a personal learning journal every week. Now, discussion board is where you interact with your peers and your classmates. Personal learning journal is private between you and me. I want to see what's going on there. I want to see how you're learning about this community, what you're learning about this community, what you've noticed. You'll start to notice things in our world that are different, like where's the Braille and how come this place doesn't have a ramp, and how do you know if somebody does have a learning disability? You don't, right? Our assignments are as follows: an article analysis, a professional interview, a special ed observation, and a research assignment. So it's easier, medium, more advanced, and more advanced. All these things will be turned in online. You will have instructions and you will also have a rubric so you know how to do it and get the best amount of points, okay? So plan ahead. I try to make these evenly spread out, and I do like an assignment, wait a week, an exam, an assignment, wait a week, an exam. So everything's kind of spread out, and we'll go over that schedule in a minute. We do have chapter quizzes at the end of every chapter. I think it's fantastic. It keeps you on point. And we also have an exam after every unit. And again, we'll go over that. I will drop the lowest discussion board, the lowest journal entry, and the lowest quiz. This means if there's a week that you blow it, or you only get 3 points here and 2 points here, and 1 point here, whatever, it's dropped. So the end of the semester, the points kind of get a little creative, but again, it just makes sure that nobody freaks out if they miss like one thing. Okay, don't freak out. No freaking out. No, no, no. Extra credit, I do offer that, but you have to follow all the instructions. You'll find that on a blackboard under extra credit. Here is the units broken down. Again, you can keep track of your what you've earned on here as well. That's why I put these little spaces. But look at on Unit 1, there's 4 chapters plus first week stuff. 2 is 4 chapters, 3 is 4 chapters, and Unit 4 is only 3 chapters. Kind of helps with the end of the semester. Plus, once we get back from Thanksgiving, it's like boom, 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 done. Okay. I give you some instructions here on how to calculate your grade. That applies to every class, not just this class. The final grades are broken down by 90, 80, 70, 60%, straightforward. You can figure out your grade at any point. Okay, I try to do the grading within 24 hours, but it doesn't always happen that way. But you can see what's been graded so far and what you've earned so far. Okay, all you have to do is divide your score by the total number of points, and you're good to go. Okay, my little 2 cents here is there's no plus or minus grades. Okay, so don't try to get like a 99% or like 100% because you're just going to kill yourself doing it. It's the same grade as a 90, okay? So if you start grade grubbing with me, it's not going to go well, okay? I'm going to say, but do you have an A? Right? Or if you're really close to getting an A, maybe I'm going to say, did you do extra credit? Right? Right? Or did you blow off a couple weeks? Well, I'm not sure how much you can exactly blow off. Right here, 10%. Oh, look at that. Go all the way down to 675 and still get an A. Is that one of these and one of those and 2 of those and 5 of those? It's up to you. You're an adult. Okay. Here's the course schedule. If you look real quick, I put it in colors. Okay. So I have it here. Unit 1 is orange, then green, then blue, then yellow. Okay. So again, 8 o'clock due dates. Okay. Here's the dates. It's going to be Mondays are going to be like a check-in time, Wednesday check-in time, Friday check-in time, Sunday check-in time. So Mondays I'll unload, I'll like open up the unit and you can go for it. After the first week, these are all your units down here. I mean, your modules. So your modules is going to be, this week 2 is going to be all this stuff right here. Okay. Week 3 is going to be all this stuff right here. And if you notice there's a pattern, read the chapter. Watch the lecture. Now, you don't have to do it by Monday. There's not really a deadline, right? But you could do it on Tuesday. Probably going to do it on Wednesday. But I put it on Monday so you can get a jump on the week, okay? Because if you're waiting towards the end, it's going to blow off. It's going to screw you up royally, okay? By Wednesday, you do need to post into the discussion board, okay? There is a due date there. What time, you ask? 8 p.m. That's right. On Fridays, you're going to complete the discussion board, which is answer 2 of your peers. You have to create your response here and then reply to your peers. That's what a discussion board is. Otherwise, it's just a journal, right? So I give you between Monday and Friday to do the journal entry as well. Okay, there will be prompts. Follow the instruction. Okay, there's rubrics for all these things, so you know how to do it well. Good job. End of each chapter, take the quiz. That's Sunday. By when? 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Now you can take it Saturday. You could even take it Friday, right? You'll have your book. It's an open book, right? So I'm just saying the latest you can do it is 8 o'clock on a Sunday, okay? Don't wait that long. Don't screw yourself up. But that's why I let you drop the lowest, just in case. It takes a while to get going. But yes, this part up here, first week, lots and lots of stuff to do. I just broke it down, and it is the same as Blackboard: to read, to watch, to do. And again, there's no due dates except for Sunday. So if you're crazy, you're going to wait till Sunday and do it all on Sunday. But if you're good and you don't want to stress out, you do a little bit. Look, it's just reading. Then you watch these videos. Then you do this stuff. So this is a little bit more intense. So maybe you want to do it. Maybe do all this stuff Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Even and make sure it's all done. Okay. So again, here's Unit 1. It's in orange. Look at it. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You're going to have a quiz at the end of the first week. Then you'll have a quiz in the first assignment. Okay. And the instructions will be on Blackboard. Quiz again, quiz and an exam in one day. Yeah, so maybe you want to take the quiz on Thursday. Maybe you want to take the quiz on Saturday. It is 10 points here, and this is 50 points. Okay. Unit 2, 5, 6, 9. We skip because I grouped similar types of exceptionalities together. So look at this: speech and language, learning disabilities, intellectual disabilities, and physical and health disabilities. I put those together. Okay. And you'll see why in a second. Unit 3 is 7, 8, 13, and 15, which is ADHD, emotional behavior disorders, autism spectrum, or gifted and talented students. See, look how all those kind of go together. This is where people get really excited, because this is really a lot of times why people take this class is maybe you have somebody in your family who's autistic, or you're working with kids like that. I have a son who has ADHD, severe with the autism features, and at school he's categorized on the third category as a behavioral disorder, and he's also gifted. So this is what do we call this? This is my house right here. Okay, literally. I do have a lot of professional expertise in a lot of these just different areas, but this is the stuff that I live and breathe. So be prepared. I'm very passionate about it. The week that we have Thanksgiving, and look, oh, one other holiday right here. There is one other holiday, I think the 11th right here. The campus is closed, but again, since these aren't really hard stuff, you can either do it the day before, whatever. If you want to, I think it's Veterans Day. If you want to really do something for Veterans Day, which is great, do that the day before, day after. Okay, that's why I didn't block that out, because Thanksgiving, campus is totally closed. I did not assign anything on those days. Enjoy the time with your family. Get a breather, work on this last research assignment, do that kind of situation. But also know we have 2 more weeks after that. So that particular week, it's very low incidence, kind of like a catch-all or a miscellaneous category, rare kind of stuff. And you're just going to read the chapter, watch the lecture, and take the quiz. That's it. Done. Right? In fact, I'll put the quiz as like the Sunday due date. You know, you'll have plenty of time to do it, but just in case you're out of town or something, just know, yeah, I'll give you a little bit of time there. Last 2 chapters are 11 and 12, hard of hearing deafness and low vision and blindness. So, and yes, it'll be, your observation will be due here, Unit 3 exam, research assignment, and Unit 4 exam. All right. So that is your syllabus for this class, and I hope it makes sense to you like it makes sense to me. And again, if you have any questions, be sure to, number 1, read the syllabus, go through Blackboard, and put your questions on the discussion board first.